Have you ever felt like your emotions control you rather than the other way around? Maybe you've experienced moments of anger, sadness, or anxiety that seem to overwhelm you, leaving you feeling powerless. But what if there was a way to master your emotions, to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we embark on a journey to unlock the secrets of emotional mastery. Imagine this: you're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. Your heart starts racing, frustration bubbling up inside you like a pot ready to boil over. In that moment, you have a choice. Let your emotions consume you or take control of the situation. This simple example illustrates the power of mastering your emotions, a skill that can transform your life in profound ways. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, your guide on the path to emotional mastery. In this series, we'll explore the wisdom of Buddhism, a philosophy that offers invaluable insights into understanding and managing our emotions. But don't worry if you're new to Buddhism. We'll break down complex concepts into simple, practical steps that anyone can apply in their daily lives. Together, we'll delve into the fundamentals of emotions, what they are, why they arise, and how they shape our experiences. By gaining a deeper understanding of our emotions, we can begin to unravel their hold on us and reclaim control of our inner world. Buddhism teaches us that impermanence is a fundamental aspect of life. Nothing lasts forever, not our joys, not our sorrows, not even our emotions. Understanding this truth can help us navigate the ebb and flow of emotions with greater ease and acceptance. At the heart of emotional mastery lies mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or attachment. Through mindfulness, we can observe our emotions as they arise, allowing us to respond with clarity and compassion rather than react impulsively. But mastering our emotions isn't just about managing negative feelings. It's also about cultivating positive qualities like compassion, kindness, and joy. By nurturing these qualities within ourselves, we can cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and connection with others. Throughout this journey, we'll learn practical techniques and exercises inspired by Buddhist teachings to help us master our emotions. From breathing exercises to loving-kindness meditation, these practices offer powerful tools for transforming our relationship with our emotions. So, are you ready to embark on this journey to emotional mastery? Join us as we explore the timeless wisdom of Buddhism and discover how it can help us navigate the roller coaster of emotions with grace and resilience. Together, let's unlock the secrets to living a life of balance, peace, and emotional well-being. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Wisdom Woven for more insightful content on mastering your emotions and living mindfully. Lesson 1: Understanding Emotions. Emotions are like the colors of our inner world, painting our experiences with hues of joy, sorrow, anger, and love. But have you ever wondered why we feel the way we do? Emotions are like messages from our minds, telling us something about our thoughts, experiences, and surroundings. They guide our actions, influence our decisions, and shape our relationships. Understanding them is the first step towards mastering them. Think of emotions as visitors knocking at the door of your mind. Sometimes they come uninvited, bursting in like a storm, while other times they tiptoe in quietly, barely noticed. But whether they bring sunshine or rain, they all have something important to tell us. Let's break it down. There are primary emotions like joy, sadness, fear, and anger. These are the raw, instinctual reactions to the world around us. Then there are secondary emotions, which are more complex blends of primary emotions like jealousy or pride. Emotions aren't good or bad. They just are. It's how we respond to them that matters. Imagine you're walking in the woods, and suddenly you encounter a bear. Fear floods your body, urging you to run or freeze. That's your body's way of keeping you safe. But what if it's not a bear, but a friend playing a prank? Your fear turns to relief and maybe even laughter. Same emotion, different context. Emotions can also be influenced by our thoughts and beliefs. Let's say you have a big presentation coming up. If you believe you'll do well, you might feel excited or confident. But if you doubt yourself, anxiety might creep in. Our interpretations shape our emotional experiences. Now, here's where Buddhism comes in. Buddhism offers profound insights into the nature of emotions and the mind. It teaches us to observe our emotions with mindfulness, without judgment or attachment. Instead of getting swept away by them, we learn to ride the waves with awareness and compassion. In Buddhism, emotions are seen as fleeting phenomena, like clouds passing through the sky. They arise and dissolve, influenced by causes and conditions. Understanding this impermanence helps us avoid getting stuck in any one emotion, whether pleasant or unpleasant. The Buddhist concept of interdependence reminds us that our emotions are interconnected with everything else in the universe. We're not isolated islands, but part of a vast web of relationships and experiences. When we understand this interconnectedness, we see that our emotions are not just personal but also communal. Moreover, Buddhism teaches us that our suffering often stems from our attachment to fleeting experiences and identities. We cling to pleasant emotions and push away unpleasant ones, creating a cycle of craving and aversion. But by letting go of this attachment, we can find greater peace and freedom. By understanding the nature of emotions and applying Buddhist principles, we can cultivate emotional intelligence and resilience. We can learn to respond skillfully to our inner weather, navigating life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. So, let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and emotional mastery together. Lesson 2: The Basics of Buddhism. Buddhism, a path of profound wisdom and compassion, offers timeless teachings on understanding ourselves and mastering our emotions. At its heart lies the Four Noble Truths, the foundation of Buddhist philosophy. The first truth acknowledges that suffering is an intrinsic part of human existence. It's something we all encounter in various forms, be it physical pain, emotional turmoil, or the dissatisfaction that comes from craving and attachment. The second truth reveals the cause of suffering: craving and attachment, often driven by ignorance of the true nature of reality. We cling to things, be they material possessions, relationships, or ideas, believing they will bring us lasting happiness. But in reality, they only bind us to a cycle of dissatisfaction and suffering. The third truth offers hope by proclaiming that there is a way out of suffering. This is where the teachings on the Noble Eightfold Path come in. This path outlines a way of living that leads to the cessation of suffering, guiding us toward wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. The fourth truth is the path itself, consisting of 8 interconnected principles: right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These form the framework for living a life of balance and harmony. Central to Buddhist practice is the cultivation of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware in each moment, without judgment or attachment. It allows us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and sensations with clarity and compassion, helping us break free from the grip of reactivity and habitual patterns. Another key concept is impermanence. Buddhism teaches that all things are in a constant state of flux, arising and passing away moment by moment. When we deeply understand the impermanent nature of existence, we can loosen our grasp on things and find greater ease amidst life's ups and downs. Compassion is also fundamental to Buddhist teachings. It's the recognition of our interconnectedness with all beings and the heartfelt wish for their well-being and happiness. Cultivating compassion not only benefits others but also brings immense joy and fulfillment to our own lives. Buddhism encourages us to investigate our own minds and experiences, to see for ourselves the truth of its teachings. It's not about blindly accepting dogma but rather engaging in a process of inquiry and discovery. In summary, Buddhism offers a profound yet practical path for understanding and mastering our emotions. Through practices like mindfulness, compassion, and ethical living, we can free ourselves from the grip of suffering and cultivate genuine happiness and inner peace. Lesson 3: Impermanence and Emotions. Emotions are like waves in the ocean, rising and falling, constantly in flux. This is the essence of impermanence, a fundamental concept in Buddhism. Impermanence teaches us that nothing in life is permanent, including our emotions. Just as the weather changes, so do our feelings. Understanding impermanence can profoundly transform how we relate to our emotions. Imagine a beautiful sunset. It's breathtaking, but it doesn't last forever. Eventually, the sun dips below the horizon, and darkness sets in. Our emotions are much like this sunset, temporary and ever-changing. When we grasp onto them, trying to hold on to happiness or avoid sadness, we suffer. But when we accept the impermanent nature of our emotions, we find peace. Buddhism teaches us to observe our emotions without attachment or aversion. Instead of clinging to joy or resisting sadness, we learn to let them flow through us like passing clouds in the sky. This doesn't mean suppressing or denying our feelings, but rather acknowledging them with mindfulness and compassion. When we understand impermanence, we realize that difficult emotions, like anger or grief, will also pass. Just as storms give way to clear skies, our emotional storms will eventually subside. This awareness gives us hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Moreover, impermanence invites us to savor the present moment. When we recognize that nothing lasts forever, we learn to appreciate the beauty and joy in each moment. Whether it's a smile from a loved one or the fragrance of a flower, we cherish these fleeting experiences with gratitude. In practicing impermanence, we release the burden of trying to control our emotions. Instead of resisting change, we embrace it as a natural part of life's ebb and flow. This freedom liberates us from the grip of suffering and opens our hearts to profound peace and contentment. By integrating the wisdom of impermanence into our lives, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We learn to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience, knowing that no emotion, no matter how intense, can define us. We become masters of our emotions, riding the waves of impermanence with mindfulness and equanimity. In essence, impermanence teaches us that change is the only constant in life. Just as the seasons change, so do our emotions. Embracing this truth allows us to live fully and authentically, embracing each moment with an open heart and a clear mind. So, let us embrace impermanence as our ally on the journey to emotional mastery. Let us surrender to the ever-changing tide of our emotions, knowing that in their impermanence lies our greatest strength and freedom. Lesson 4: Practicing Mindfulness. In the bustling chaos of modern life, it's easy to get swept away by our emotions. But what if there was a way to step back, observe our feelings, and respond with clarity rather than react impulsively? Welcome to the transformative power of mindfulness, a cornerstone of emotional mastery deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings. Mindfulness is about paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment. It's like tuning into the radio station of your own life, fully immersed in the here and now. By cultivating this awareness, we can break free from the grip of our emotions and find greater peace and balance. Imagine yourself sitting quietly, focusing on your breath as it flows in and out. With each inhale and exhale, you anchor yourself in the present moment, letting go of worries about the past or anxieties about the future. This simple practice is the essence of mindfulness, a gentle return to the present whenever the mind wanders. Through mindfulness, we become keen observers of our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations. We notice the rise and fall of feelings without getting entangled in them. This non-reactive awareness gives us the space to choose how we want to respond, rather than being driven by unconscious impulses. Picture yourself savoring a piece of chocolate mindfully. Instead of devouring it hastily, you engage all your senses, feeling the texture, smelling the aroma, tasting the flavor. With each bite, you're fully present, relishing the experience moment by moment. This is mindfulness in action, bringing a sense of aliveness to even the simplest activities. With regular practice, mindfulness becomes a way of life, infusing every moment with greater clarity and presence. Whether you're washing dishes, walking in nature, or having a conversation, you can approach each experience with a mindful attitude, fully engaged and open-hearted. But mindfulness isn't just about being present. It's also about being kind to ourselves. In the gentle embrace of mindfulness, we learn to treat ourselves with compassion, acknowledging our struggles and imperfections without judgment or self-criticism. Imagine yourself sitting by a tranquil lake, watching as ripples form and fade on the surface. In the same way, mindfulness allows us to observe the ebb and flow of our emotions, knowing that they too are impermanent. This awareness helps us navigate the ups and downs of life with greater equanimity and resilience. Through mindfulness meditation, we train our minds to become more focused and calm. By returning again and again to the present moment, we strengthen our capacity to stay grounded amidst the storms of life, finding refuge in the stillness within. As you continue your journey of emotional mastery, remember that mindfulness is not a destination but a lifelong practice. Each moment offers an opportunity to come home to yourself, to reconnect with the fullness of your being, and to embrace the richness of life with open arms. So, take a deep breath and let yourself be fully present in this moment. Allow mindfulness to guide you on the path to emotional mastery, where every step is an invitation to awaken to the beauty and wonder of being alive. Lesson 5: Cultivating Compassion. Compassion is like a gentle breeze that soothes the heart and heals the soul. In the tapestry of emotions, it stands out as a beacon of kindness, empathy, and understanding. Imagine a world where everyone nurtures compassion within themselves, where understanding and love flow freely, transcending barriers of race, religion, or creed. But how do we cultivate compassion? It begins with a simple shift in perspective. Instead of seeing ourselves as separate from others, we recognize our interconnectedness. We understand that everyone experiences joy and suffering, just like us. This realization forms the foundation of compassion. In Buddhism, compassion is not merely a feeling but a practice. It involves actively wishing for the well-being and happiness of all beings. This practice is known as metta or loving-kindness meditation. Through metta meditation, we train our minds to extend boundless love and goodwill to all living beings, without discrimination. Picture yourself sitting in a quiet room, closing your eyes, and silently repeating phrases like, "May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering." With each repetition, you feel the warmth of compassion radiating from within. But cultivating compassion isn't limited to meditation. It's about embodying kindness in our everyday actions. It's about offering a helping hand to those in need, listening attentively to someone's troubles, or simply smiling at a stranger. The beauty of compassion lies in its transformative power. As we cultivate compassion within ourselves, we begin to see the world through a different lens. Our hearts open wider, our judgments soften, and our relationships deepen. Moreover, compassion isn't just beneficial for others. It's also profoundly healing for ourselves. Research shows that acts of kindness and compassion boost our well-being, reduce stress, and promote emotional resilience. Imagine a world where compassion is the guiding force in every interaction, where conflicts are resolved with empathy instead of hostility. It's a world where differences are celebrated and diversity is embraced. In the journey of mastering our emotions, compassion acts as a guiding light, illuminating the path towards inner peace and harmony. It reminds us that true strength lies not in power or dominance, but in the ability to empathize and connect with others. So let us embark on this journey together, nurturing compassion within ourselves and spreading its ripple effects throughout the world. Let us be the change we wish to see, one act of kindness at a time. As we cultivate compassion within ourselves, we contribute to a more compassionate world, one where love, understanding, and empathy reign supreme. So let us take a moment to reflect on how we can embody compassion in our thoughts, words, and actions, and let us vow to make the world a kinder, more compassionate place for all beings. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember to spread kindness wherever you go, and together, let's create a world filled with love and compassion. Lesson 6: Letting go of attachment. Have you ever held on to something so tightly that it caused you pain when you finally had to let it go? Imagine clutching a handful of sand in your fist. The tighter you hold it, the more it slips away. In life, we often cling to people, possessions, or ideas, believing they will bring us lasting happiness. But Buddhism teaches us that attachment is the root of suffering. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. How many times have our desires led to disappointment? Think about the times you craved something, a promotion, a relationship, or material possessions, and felt disheartened when you couldn't attain it. This craving stems from attachment, a longing for things to remain unchanged. But as we know, Change is the only constant in life. Welcome back to Wisdom Woven, where we unravel the threads of wisdom from various traditions, helping you navigate the complexities of life with clarity and peace. If you're finding value in our content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay connected. In Buddhism, attachment is likened to trying to grab onto a flowing river. No matter how hard you try, you cannot grasp the water. It slips through your fingers. Similarly, attachment binds us to the transient nature of existence, causing us unnecessary suffering. But there's a way out. The practice of letting go doesn't mean relinquishing all desires or becoming indifferent to life. Instead, it's about loosening the grip on our attachments, allowing life to flow naturally. Think of it as opening your palm and letting the sand scatter gently in the breeze. By releasing our attachment to outcomes, we free ourselves from the burden of expectation. But how do we cultivate this sense of non-attachment in our daily lives? One way is through mindfulness. By observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we become aware of the underlying attachment driving our actions. Through meditation and reflection, we can gradually loosen the hold of attachment and find greater freedom. Another key teaching in Buddhism is impermanence, the understanding that all things are subject to change. When we grasp this truth deeply, we realize the futility of clinging to fleeting pleasures or resisting inevitable losses. Instead, we learn to cherish each moment without clinging, embracing life's ebbs and flows with equanimity. Letting go of attachment doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires patience and practice. Start by examining your attachments, noticing how they contribute to your suffering. Then, with gentle determination, begin to release your grip, trusting in the wisdom of impermanence. As we cultivate non-attachment, we discover a profound sense of liberation. No longer bound by the chains of desire, we find freedom in the present moment. Letting go becomes a gateway to inner peace, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. In the words of the Buddha, "You only lose what you cling to." So, let us loosen our grip on the sands of attachment and embrace the ever-changing dance of life. Together, let's embark on the journey of letting go towards a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. Lesson 7: Overcoming anger and hatred. Anger, like a raging fire, can consume us if left unchecked. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel frustrated and lash out in anger. But in the teachings of Buddhism, there lies a profound wisdom on how to overcome this destructive emotion. Picture this: you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your frustration mounts, and soon you find yourself honking, cursing, and feeling a surge of anger. But pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. This moment of anger is fleeting, impermanent, just like the traffic jam itself. This recognition is the first step toward overcoming anger. Buddhism teaches us to understand the root causes of our anger. Often, it stems from attachment to outcomes or desires that are not met. We cling to our expectations, and when they're not fulfilled, anger arises. Imagine you're expecting a promotion at work. When it doesn't happen, you feel resentment toward your colleagues or your boss. But is this anger really serving you? The Buddha teaches us that harboring anger is like holding onto a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. In the end, we're the ones who get burned. So how do we overcome this burning anger? One powerful technique is cultivating loving kindness, known as metta in Buddhism. Metta meditation involves sending well wishes of love, compassion, and goodwill to ourselves and others. It's like watering the seeds of kindness in our hearts, gradually extinguishing the flames of anger. Start by practicing metta towards yourself. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and repeat phrases like, "May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from anger." As you cultivate self-compassion, you'll find it easier to extend loving kindness to others, even those who may have caused you harm or frustration. Remember, holding on to anger only prolongs our suffering. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Buddhism teaches us the importance of forgiveness, not just for others, but for ourselves as well. Letting go of grudges and resentment frees us from the shackles of anger. Another powerful practice in Buddhism is mindfulness. By bringing awareness to our thoughts and emotions, we can catch anger as it arises and choose not to react impulsively. Next time you feel anger bubbling up inside you, try this. Take a mindful pause, close your eyes, focus on your breath, and observe the sensations in your body without judgment. Notice how the anger feels in your body. Is it a tightness in your chest? Heat in your face? By bringing awareness to these physical sensations, you can start to diffuse the intensity of the emotion. Remember, you are not your anger. It's just a passing cloud in the vast sky of your consciousness. Let it drift away and return to the present moment with clarity and peace. Overcoming anger is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, self-reflection, and a willingness to let go of old patterns. But with practice and dedication, you can transform anger into compassion, hatred into love. As the Buddha said, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. So let go of the burden of anger. Embrace the lightness of forgiveness and compassion. Your heart will thank you, and the world will be a brighter place because of it. As you embark on this journey of emotional mastery, remember that you are not alone. Countless others have walked this path before you, finding peace and liberation along the way. So take heart, dear friend, and know that with each step you take towards overcoming anger and hatred, you're moving closer to the true essence of your being, a radiant source of love and compassion. Lesson 8: Finding Inner Peace. In the journey of mastering your emotions, finding inner peace is like discovering a treasure within yourself. It's about creating a sanctuary where tranquility reigns supreme, no matter what storms rage outside. Picture a serene lake, its surface undisturbed by the winds of emotion. That's the kind of peace we strive for within ourselves. Inner peace isn't about avoiding emotions. It's about being in harmony with them. It's about understanding that emotions are like passing clouds, and we are the vast sky that remains unchanged. When we cultivate inner peace, we create a space where we can observe our emotions without being consumed by them. It's like stepping back and watching the waves of anger or sadness crash against the shores of our consciousness, knowing that they will eventually recede. Inner peace doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means acknowledging them with kindness and compassion. It's about embracing the full spectrum of human experience without being overwhelmed by it. One way to nurture inner peace is through meditation, a practice deeply rooted in Buddhism. Meditation helps us quiet the chatter of our minds and connect with the stillness that resides within us. It's a journey inward, where we explore the depths of our being and uncover the reservoirs of peace that lie dormant within. Through meditation, we learn to let go of the incessant need to control everything and surrender to the flow of life. We realize that true peace comes from acceptance, not resistance. Another essential aspect of finding inner peace is cultivating gratitude. When we focus on the blessings in our lives rather than dwelling on what's lacking, we shift our perspective and invite more peace into our hearts. Gratitude opens the door to contentment, allowing us to find joy in the simple moments of life. Connecting with nature is also a powerful way to cultivate inner peace. There's something inherently calming about being in the presence of trees, mountains, or the vast expanse of the ocean. Nature reminds us of our place in the universe and invites us to surrender to its rhythms. Whether it's taking a leisurely stroll through the woods or gazing at the stars on a clear night, immersing ourselves in nature can soothe the soul and quiet the mind. Ultimately, finding inner peace is a journey that unfolds moment by moment, breath by breath. It's a journey of self-discovery, self-compassion, and self-love. A journey that leads us back home to ourselves. Lesson 9: The Path to Emotional Mastery. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing or denying our feelings. It's about understanding and skillfully navigating them. In the journey of mastering your emotions, there are some simple yet profound steps you can take. Awareness. The first step is becoming aware of your emotions. Notice when they arise without judgment. Recognize the sensations in your body and the thoughts in your mind that accompany each emotion. Acceptance. Accept that emotions are a natural part of the human experience. Instead of resisting or fighting them, embrace them with kindness and understanding. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to like the emotion, but acknowledging its presence can help you respond to it more skillfully. Pause. Before reacting impulsively to your emotions, take a moment to pause. This brief pause allows you to step back from the intensity of the emotion and respond consciously rather than reactively. Breathe. Use your breath as an anchor to the present moment. Take slow, deep breaths, focusing your attention on the sensation of the breath entering and leaving your body. This simple practice can help calm the mind and soothe turbulent emotions. Reflect. Take time to reflect on the root causes of your emotions. Ask yourself what triggered the emotion and how you typically respond to it. This self-reflection can provide valuable insights into your patterns of thought and behavior. Release. Practice letting go of attachments to specific outcomes or expectations. Understand that clinging to desires and preferences only leads to suffering. Cultivate a sense of detachment and openness to whatever arises in each moment. Gratitude. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude, even in difficult times. Focus on the blessings in your life rather than dwelling on what you lack. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you find joy and contentment amidst challenges. Self-compassion. Be kind and gentle with yourself, especially when facing difficult emotions. Treat yourself with the same warmth and understanding you would offer to a dear friend in need. Seek support. Don't hesitate to reach out to others for support when needed. Share your feelings with trusted friends or seek guidance from a therapist or counselor. Connecting with others can provide comfort and perspective during challenging times. Practice forgiveness. Let go of resentment and bitterness by practicing forgiveness. Holding on to grudges only prolongs your suffering. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful behavior. It means freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. Stay present. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the present moment. When you find your mind wandering into past regrets or future worries, gently bring your attention back to the here and now. Celebrate progress. Celebrate small victories along the way. Recognize and acknowledge your efforts in mastering your emotions, even if progress feels slow or incremental. Every step forward is a step closer to emotional freedom. By following these steps with patience and dedication, you can embark on the path to emotional mastery. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Be gentle with yourself, stay committed to your practice, and trust in your ability to cultivate inner peace and resilience. Lesson 10: Embracing Joy and Equanimity. Have you ever wished for a life filled with unshakable joy and unwavering peace? Imagine waking up each day with a heart full of gratitude and a mind free from worries. This is the promise of embracing joy and equanimity on the path of emotional mastery. In the teachings of Buddhism, joy isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's a state of being. It's about finding contentment in the simple moments, in the beauty of nature, in the warmth of a smile, or in the kindness of a stranger. Joy isn't dependent on external circumstances. It arises from within. Equanimity, on the other hand, is the calm acceptance of life's ups and downs. It's about facing challenges with resilience and meeting success with humility. Equanimity doesn't mean being indifferent. It means finding balance amidst the chaos, like a sturdy ship navigating through rough waters. To embrace joy and equanimity, we must cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction and comparison. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we invite joy into our lives. Start each day with a simple practice of gratitude, reflecting on 3 things you're thankful for. Another key to cultivating joy is through acts of kindness. When we extend a helping hand to others, we not only bring joy to their lives, but also nourish our own hearts. Whether it's a small gesture or a grand gesture, every act of kindness ripples out into the world, creating a ripple effect of joy and compassion. Equanimity, on the other hand, requires us to let go of our attachment to outcomes. Instead of clinging to expectations, we learn to surrender to the flow of life. This doesn't mean giving up on our goals or aspirations. It means trusting in the process and embracing whatever unfolds with an open heart. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating both joy and equanimity. Through meditation, we learn to quiet the mind and connect with our inner essence. We observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing them to come and go like clouds passing through the sky. In the stillness of meditation, we discover a profound sense of peace that transcends the fluctuations of life. Nature also has a way of evoking joy and equanimity within us. Take a moment to step outside and immerse yourself in the beauty of the natural world. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting beneath a tree, allow yourself to be present to the wonders of nature. Let the sights, sounds, and sensations awaken a sense of awe and wonder within you. Finally, remember that joy and equanimity are not destinations to reach, but rather a journey to embark upon. It's okay to stumble along the way and to experience moments of doubt or despair. What matters is that we keep returning to the practice, day after day, cultivating joy and equanimity with each breath. As you continue on your journey of emotional mastery, may you be filled with boundless joy and unwavering equanimity. May you embrace each moment with an open heart and a peaceful mind. And may you share the gifts of joy and equanimity with all beings, spreading love and compassion throughout the world. Conclusion. Congratulations. You've journeyed through the depths of emotions and the wisdom of Buddhism. Now, armed with knowledge and understanding, it's time to put it all into action. Embracing your emotions doesn't mean letting them control you. It means acknowledging them, understanding them, and choosing how to respond. Remember, you are the master of your emotions, not the other way around. With practice and patience, you can cultivate a sense of calm and resilience. Start by incorporating mindfulness into your daily life. Take a few moments each day to pause, breathe, and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Practice compassion, both towards yourself and others. Cultivate empathy and understanding, recognizing that we all experience suffering and seek happiness. Let go of attachments that weigh you down. Whether it's material possessions, past regrets, or expectations for the future, learn to release what no longer serves you. When anger or hatred arises, pause and reflect on its root causes. Practice forgiveness and understanding, recognizing that holding on to resentment only harms yourself. Seek inner peace through meditation and reflection. Connect with the present moment and find solace in the stillness within. Remember the impermanence of all things. Just as emotions arise, they also pass away. Allow yourself to flow with the ever-changing nature of life. Cultivate joy and equanimity in every moment. Find beauty in the simple things and appreciate the richness of each experience. Take steps towards emotional mastery, knowing that it is a lifelong journey. Celebrate your progress and learn from setbacks along the way. Share your journey with others, spreading the wisdom of emotional mastery and the teachings of Buddhism. Together, we can create a more compassionate and harmonious world. As you continue on your path, remember the power of community and support. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire you. Stay curious and open-minded, always seeking to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Practice gratitude for the abundance in your life, both big and small. Cultivate a sense of appreciation for the present moment and all it has to offer. Take care of your mind, body, and spirit, nurturing yourself holistically. Prioritize self-care and well-being as essential aspects of emotional mastery. Trust in the process, knowing that transformation takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and celebrate each step forward, no matter how small. Reflect on the teachings of Buddhism and integrate them into your daily life. Find resonance with the timeless wisdom that has guided countless seekers for centuries. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Draw strength from the collective wisdom of humanity and the interconnectedness of all beings. Embrace the challenges and uncertainties of life as opportunities for growth and learning. Approach each moment with courage, resilience, and an open heart. And finally, never forget that the power to master your emotions lies within you. Seize it with determination, compassion, and unwavering commitment to your own well-being and the well-being of others. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. May you continue to walk the path of emotional mastery with grace, wisdom, and boundless love. Stay tuned to Wisdom Woven for more inspiration and guidance on your journey to a more fulfilling life. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay connected and inspired. Until next time, may you be well, may you be happy, may you be at peace.